The Little Mermaid, the brand new Disney live action film where Disney takes one of their classic anime films and make them live action, which, let's be honest, have been hit and miss. Like, sometimes you get a Cinderella, sometimes you get a Pinocchio, sometimes you get a Beauty and the Beast, and sometimes you get a Maleficent. Sometimes you get a Jungle Book, and sometimes you get a Milan. Like, you just don't know what you're going to get, right? So they're being kind of hit and miss. And the concept behind them having hit and miss with audiences. Some people are like, what's the point of this? You're just going to show remakes. Like, just making it live action and adding a couple new songs is going to be enough to make it worthy to just make it, and it's not going to live up to the original. The original is fantastic and perfect. It doesn't need a live action version. It doesn't need another version. You stop touching stuff. Stop touching things that are perfect, right? And then some people are like, yeah, give me a shot remake. I want to live that nostalgia. You know, give me those songs. Make everyone look like what they look like back in the anime film. You know, have all the songs and that looks and the. You know, I want to be swoop. I want to live in this world and they're able to forget that there's another version out there, and they can just enjoy it. I'm in that camp of like, look, it's a case to case basis. You know, with these films, you know, sometimes a shot remake works, like a Beauty and the Beast, but sometimes it doesn't, like a Lion King, and sometimes going. You know, way on the path of the source material sometimes doesn't work, like Milan, but sometimes it does, like a Jungle Book. So it's all a case-to-case basis. And with The Little Mermaid, like, for me personally, like, I think the first full, like, I don't think I ever, like, really sat down, like, I was part of my world and Under the Sea. Like, I've seen snippets several times. But I think the only time I really sat down and watched something Little Mermaid related was when Disney did that, like, live action, like, Little Mermaid live, and they had, like, I forgot her name, but the actress who played Awana, or at least voicing Awana, playing Ariel, and, like, Queen Latifah was Ursula and all that. And what will happen is they will play the movie, but then, like, when there was a musical number, they would have these actors on stage doing it, you know, performing the songs with the movie playing in the background. And in a way, I was like, oh, I'm basically following what's in the movie. Which, that's my experience with The Little Mermaid. Like, yeah, it's not out all of the Disney anime films. That's... Like, Lilo and Stitch is my favorite, okay? Lilo and Stitch is my favorite Disney anime film. Awana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. You get tears! I get tears, man! I get tears at the end. But I came back watching the new live action version of Little Mermaid. And I will say this. I'm watching this. I feel like if you are not a fan of the shot-to-shot remakes, yeah, you ain't gonna be liking this. Or your eyes will just feel a very sense of dull. Because the thing, I'm not that person who's like, it needs to be as greater or better than the original. I just need a good movie, right? So I'm watching this version of the tale of Little Mermaid. And I couldn't help but be like, I feel like they could have easily drifted away from the animated film. I really do. Because I think them being so tied together with trying to be shot by shot or like beat by beat, like story beat after story beat, perfect from the animated film, from the original version, it kind of hinders it a little bit. Like, you have, you know, Poor Fortune Souls. Yes, you have that. And part of my well, you know, Halle Bailey. who plays Ariel, she is like part of my world. Her singing part of my world, any version of it, because they play it like 4 times. She sings it like 4 times. It's just your brain just like saying that the girl has pipes is an understatement. It is an understatement that even though I found her acting just a little bit subpar, I think it's the whole thing. Like, you need to sound like the anime version. You know what I mean? It feels like, because Ariel in the original version is very joyful, and even when she's sad, she's kind of talking like this for the entire time. Or when she's angry, she's talking like this the entire time. And clearly, what Marcel, who went to Chicago, did the Weezer Mary Poppins, and he's the guy that, hey, you want to do the big Broadway musical? Get him. Like, he's that guy. And it felt like it felt like he really wanted her to sound like the anime counterpart, because you got Felissa Cardi being Ursula. She's acting like Ursula from the anime film. Javier Bardem plays a Neptune, King Neptune. He acts like King Neptune from the anime film. Bastion acts like Bastion. What's it, Flubber? The fish. It acts like the anime counterpart, and it's not as creepy and uncanny valley as, say, Lion King. They do, Bastion looks like a crab, like a weird like crab, but they animate him a bit. They make him have like cartoony eyes. They don't go fully make it as realistic as possible. They don't go that route. But by watching it, I'm like, look, you added a couple new songs, and that's kind of it. Like, that's really the reason this movie is 30 minutes longer, not including credits, 30 minutes longer than the original, because they just extended, and also extending the action sequences a little bit. Maybe added, maybe a pepper here, and all that. But honestly, watching it, I'm like, it's just the performances are great. The singing is great. Even though the CG is a little bit off, and not in do I believe that underwater? No, clear that under clearly they under the sea. The having the volume. They have the volume in the background. They have all that kind of stuff clearly. But something weird about it felt like their bodies were CG. Anytime that Ariel was moving, it felt like she was moving her hand. She was moving it 45. My guess what was happening was, they wanted the animators to make, everyone who was under the sea, have all the mermaids feel like that, their bodies were floating in the water, and so speed the entire body. So it just felt very weird. That's all it was. It just felt like I would just let them move. I would just let them move naturally, Disney. You couldn't afford a gaffer. you couldn't afford someone to add a tad bit of light, just a little bit. Oh, we can't afford a gaffer, bitch. Well, for fuck's sake, get one. Oh, fuck you. That's basically the whole time I went watching. I'm like, they just need to have the editor just up the light thing a little bit. It's just a little. It's not I'm not acting like people who are Batman v Superman is dark. I can't see what's going on. No. I'm not doing that. But I'm just why does everything felt so saturated? It feels like everything should be a little bit poppy and all that. But I will say. But with the new songs, there's a couple written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. One song is not that bad. It just felt like it's the Eric song. It's the Prince Eric song, and that could have been the Evermore of this movie. But it did felt like he felt out of tune and felt very. It's like it would be a great song if it was sung by a different person. That's what I was saying. And then you got this other song for Ariel for Halle Bailey. You got that, and that one I quite like, and they play a couple more times. It's just about, Ariel can't speak, so, spoiler alert, for a plot from an anime movie that came out, in 1989, so, spoiler alert. They give her, like, a musical number in her head. Like, she's kind of singing in her head. So, that I like. But there's this other one with the damn bird, with Swaggles. Aquafina's number. Rapping in Little Mermaid does not fit. The yo yo yo, like yo yo yo, I'm gonna rap for you, yo. No, yeah, maybe not Hamilton's finest moments. It's just that one just didn't work. But so you have the potentials, you have all those moments. Here's the thing: if someone said to me, "Hey, Little Mermaid, 2023, was it good? Give it a thumbs up." I give it a thumbs up. I watched it. I had a good time. It's just I felt like I was going through those motions. I was going through those motions of like not being there, done that. I've seen it before, but kind of like, yeah, I feel like that. It was a little bit like, yeah, I know it's gonna be a live action remake, and I know it's more like gonna be shot for shot and hitting those beats, but I don't know. It was something about. I felt like you could span things in and maybe pick a couple of songs from the original and then just make your own thing with. I don't know. Like, but again, a lot of people will be like, "Well, which ones do you keep?" Well, but it's simple. Palmer Well and Kiss the Girl and Under the Sea. I mean, let's be honest. But then people want All Falls for the Souls, and you get that. I don't know. Like, it's a tricky thing. It's a really tricky thing. Watching it. So, but here's the thing. Thumbs up. I recommend it. I mean, if you have kids or you're a big ass Disney fan, yeah, you're gonna watch it. You're probably gonna pay the X amount of money to go watch it. I mean, clearly, looking at box office support, but it's thumbs up. It's a thumbs up for me.